Take us away, Brig.
What's up, baseball family? Welcome to this episode of the Baseball Together podcast. It is Thursday night. We are live. We are excited to be here and excited to have you as well. I'm Brig. I'm going to be driving this ship tonight. I got the Brad Master here with me. And as always, I want to know how you are, Brad.
I'm better. I suddenly realized I didn't have my notes in front of me, and I was like, "Oh shoot,
Oh,
I don't
no.
know what I'm doing."
That's due
But I
today.
found them. I found them, so we're good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah,
Good.
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about emoji tiers. This is the first full month of the season's over with, and we're going to get into what our version of the power rankings are. So if you're new here, that's what emoji tiers are. Instead of ranking everybody top to bottom 1 through 30, we cluster them. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more fun as well. So before we get into that, a couple things I want to bring to your attention. We are available everywhere. That's the first thing. Specifically on YouTube, we've been having a lot of fun on YouTube, a lot of success on YouTube. So thanks to everybody who's subscribing. Thank you for joining us if you're here with us on YouTube tonight. We couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't want to do it without you. This for you. So thank you very much. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, and review, and we'll remind you of all that at the end as well. But first thing, newsworthy. J Ram, Jose Ramirez, third baseman for Cleveland's baseball club, is in a league literally of his own. He has now reached 250 home runs, 250 stolen bases in his career. That alone is an accomplishment. He joins 24, he's the 24th player. He joins 23 other players to have ever pulled this off. And that is wild. That is
Mm-hmm.
wild. So if you think there have been fewer than what? Just a hair over 24,000 players who've ever been in the bigs. And he is the 24th to have ever done it. So it's crazy.
It is crazy.
I love
Well,
that.
and it's
But it gets
crazy.
better.
So it does. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want
It
to take this
gets
from
it
you,
gets
Brig. Go
more
ahead.
exclusive. It gets more fun. Because he is the first player in Cleveland's baseball history, in the entire franchise history. He is the first player to reach 250, 250, which is awesome. And according to at least Cleveland's broadcasters, but also I saw it on a couple of other reports, he is also the first third baseman in the history of Major League Baseball to achieve 250, 250. He's the first third baseman ever. I mean, come on, dude. That is insane.
It is insane. It's so funny because one of the things that I always see with Jose Ramirez, I forget that he is like fast. You know, that
Yeah,
like he can
right.
move.
Well, he's a
You
third
know,
baseman. You wouldn't think.
right? Yeah,
He's
I was
breaking the
watching that game.
mold.
I saw him steal the base, and they said that. I was like, wow. And then like two pitches later, he took off for third. He didn't end up having to steal the base because the ball was put in play. Came around, scored, and they won the game. But I was
Right.
like, dude's trying to take third. Like, who steals third base these days? I mean, Cal Raleigh did the other day, but that
It doesn't happen often. It
no
does not happen often. Well, and that back pick is tough for a catcher. So let's be
third
honest.
base.
That's not gonna to pick him off from behind the dish to third base.
I think that's the easier throw.
You do well. I guess it is easier than if you're right-handed. Yeah, you're right. And they're
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right-handed, aren't they?
that's why you want a right-handed catcher.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's
In
an
a
easier
lot.
throw.
Anyway, you're right. Nobody steals third. But okay, I dug a little deeper. It gets even better. He's also the number two second switch hitter in Major League Baseball history to reach 250, 250. He joins only Carlos Beltran. They're the only two now.
Wow,
Isn't that neat?
fascinating. That is neat. That's really neat.
I thought so.
Welcome, Twitch
I thought
Taylor,
so.
by the way.
Yeah, Twitch Taylor is back. Oh, it's awesome.
So
We are
good.
so excited that you're here. You have no idea.
Really, truly.
Very, very excited. All right, let's see. We are going to get into really quick, and
One
this
more
is
thing.
just a dust. This is just a dusting because we want you to come back to the Tuesday episode where we're really going to have time to dig into this. But Chicago, the White Sox released City Connect version 2.0, and we will save our opinions for Tuesday's episode, but we sure have them. Okay? We
Most
we
def.
are brimming with wanting to talk about it. So let's get into the emoji tiers so we don't take too much more time here. And actually, let's make sure I have mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You want me to start with
it did
mine?
not. Yeah, start with yours because it's on my notebook and it did not sync to the cloud, Brad.
Rutro. I hate when that happens. Okay. I'm gonna start. Let's start from the bottom and go to the top.
Okay, take me off the screen for a minute so I can go. I'll step away. Don't worry about it. I'll
Well,
step away.
you'll
This
be
is
fine.
awkward, baseball family. But wait a minute. I'll be right back.
This what happens when we're live. Okay, so Brig is still listening. He can hear me. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I think he probably has the bottom the same as well. So actually, before I get into that, if you're new here for the emoji tiers, it's the top is the diamond tier, then it's followed by the heart tier, then we have our question mark tier, thumbs down, and then the bottom is the poop tier. The way this is organized is top three, bottom three, and then the middle tiers each have eight. The math comes out to 30. It works out. It's great. And we like it. So anyway, all right, my bottom tier is the poop tier. And I've got the Rockies, the White Sox, and the Pirates in my poop tier. The Rockies,
You
obviously,
would.
they're gonna be probably the new worst team in history. The White Sox continue to be one of the worst teams in history, and the Pirates just, dude, I don't know what the deal is, why they're so bad, but they just are because they have talented guys on defense. They have one of the best pitchers in baseball who gave up 3 home runs today, by the way. It happens, right?
Right. It does. Yeah.
And uh, it just doesn't get put together, and I don't know why.
Right.
It's so strange. I guess, I guess you can't have three guys fill in all the gaps, right? Because um, Brian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz is just not consistent,
No, when he's hot, he's awesome.
and
But
Andrew McCutcheon is oldish, but still has some of it there, right? Like, and apparently those four guys just can't get it all done. And then you've got your pitching staff, which is good some of the times, but then you get to the bullpen, which is just not good, and there's lots of problems. And the thing that's interesting, Brig, that I've feel like we're seeing more of lately, is that it feels like Paul Skeens knows what's around him.
oh yeah,
He seems a little surly. He's always kind of been like stoic, you know?
standoffish and stoic,
Standoffish.
and
Yeah, it's a good thing he has Livy Dunn because then they have some kind of personality going on when they're doing stuff
yeah,
because
we
he's
see
not
him
given
other ways.
any like he wins an award, he's just like, yeah, of course I did.
Yeah,
You know.
thank you.
And she's
I'm really
like,
cool. Really
"Hooray!"
excited to be here.
clapping and everything and
Yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, of course I
yeah,
won the award. I'm the best there ever was."
yeah,
I wake up in
yeah,
the morning break and I piss excellence. But anyway,
yeah.
the Pirates are just bad, and I feel like it's gonna wear on him. And I don't know if he's gonna make it 6 years of free agency before he's like, "Get me the heck out of here."
Could be. Honestly, I can see that happening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unless there's a
Okay.
drastic change.
So well, you never know. Money talks. Really does.
Yeah.
My poop tier consists of the Rockies, the White Sox, and I'm going to go ahead and put the Angels in here. If Mike Trout cannot contribute, if he's not an active presence, they fall all the way apart. And it's now that Mike Trout's dealing with another thing and we're all worried about it, it's like I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So, I'm worried about the Angels, not because I'm invested, but because it looks like it's going to continue to get worse. They've lost, I think, 10 of their last 13 games,
They lost two in
and that is
Seattle
a
this week.
that is a bad skid. And I know we have stretches, but compound that with the knowledge that Mike Trout won't be an everyday guy right now. It does not bode well.
Yeah. So yeah, they have over their last let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of they've lost 12 of their last 15.
Yeah.
That's a bad stretch.
Yeah, that's
Currently
bad.
you're riding a 5-game losing streak.
Ugh.
And the thing that's crazy is like even in Seattle, like their starting pitching wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Right.
But you
Right.
get to that bullpen and it is just not good. Even Reed Detmers came in and the bleeding started and they just couldn't stop it.
Yep.
And I was like, I was driving my car and I was like pumping my fist and
You're
screaming and
like this
everything like I
week.
was at the game, like I was pumped,
Yeah.
right? But at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
though, I was
yeah.
like, this is absurd, how bad this is.
Yeah. It is. It's an embarrassing situation to be in. And to think that one guy is that important just means that the organization is not being managed properly. We've known that. We've called for that in the past. Artie Moreno, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who he's got doing what, but it's not working. So,
It's time to sell the team. I mean, he was going to do it a couple of years ago, and then he backed out of it. I think he just needs to put that for sale sign back in the front lawn and go for
yeah,
it.
yeah. I wonder if Rob Manfred, and this is an aside, but with their efforts to, they've got two teams that they need to be moving, and they've got two teams they're looking to expand. I wonder if maybe they said, "Hey, pump the brakes another year or so."
Maybe,
It's a lot of
maybe
change,
because
so we'll see.
because there's also some drama with the city of Anaheim, and so
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
they want the name back,
yeah they do.
and they deserve it. They should get it.
They
They
do.
should get it.
Yep, they
All
should.
right, what's your thumbs
Okay,
down tier
my
looking like?
thumbs down. I have the Twins, Orioles, Marlins, Cardinals, Nationals, Braves, Blue Jays, and the Angels. If I was gonna like put the Angels somewhere in there, it would be at the bottom. I would not be
Right.
surprised if they get moved down into the poop tier for next month
Yeah.
because I think you're right. I think they're headed that direction. The only thing is that we saw flashes of them being good early in the month, and like they led Major League Baseball in home runs for like a week, 2 weeks,
Yep. Yeah,
right?
they
Like it's
did.
there. It's just not happening. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, I think the Nats are here for now, just because they're not winning. But like you look at that team, they've got talent there,
Oh yeah.
right? They
Yeah.
they have guys that they got for the Juan Soto deal, and they're contributing, and so
Yeah.
I like them. I could see them moving up. The Braves are here because of such a horrendous start. They've just been such a mess, and it's been a
Yeah.
disaster. It seems like things are starting to get right, but we'll see. I mean, as of right now, they're a thumbs down team, and I don't think it looks good. Um,
Hard to argue with
the
that.
Orioles, it baffled me to put them here, but
Yeah.
if you're playing like a thumbs down team, that's where you belong.
Yeah. So they're in my thumbs down list as well, and I'll go through mine real quick. This is where I've got the Blue Jays, the Nationals, the Pirates, the Twins, Cardinals, Orioles, Marlins, and Reds. Now the Reds are gonna pull it together. Don't worry, but I gotta put them here. Two to six, 2 wins, 6 losses to begin the season. That's bad. And what I need to see is them prove that they can pull more of it together. They're just not there yet. I haven't seen enough. It's a small enough sample size that I can't even put them in the question mark tier because it's, I don't know. I need more proof that you
Okay.
deserve a bump. Not having it. But I am high on the Reds, and I think they're great. I just don't think they've been great yet. Um, I don't think I need to add anything to the Orioles. I think they're at this point one of the most disappointing uh, Aprils we've seen in a while. Obviously, the Rockies and White Sox and Angels, they're disappointing us, but they're disappointing us, and we're not as surprised. The Orioles are disappointing us, and it's shocking. It is shocking. I don't get it. And I know I'm an AL East guy, and I know they're division rival, but come on, man. With that young core and that new owners
Hmm.
group and all the different influence they got, like, why is this happening? You throw it all the way across to San Francisco. young core, new owners group, previous former players in charge. That is what should be happening, and it's not, and it's pissing me off as a baseball fan.
Right.
I'm glad the Yankees are benefiting, but I'm pissed as a baseball fan. Okay. The Cardinals also, I got to believe that they are going to pull this together. Whatever's going to happen needs to start happening. But where is Jordan Walker? What is Nolan Arenado's deal? I think it's attitude. Um, I don't know. They're usually a much stronger presence, even this early, and this is so I'm disappointed. Right? This needs to be my new
Mhm.
thumbs down tier. Is with
Your
whom am I
disappointment.
disappointed? Right?
Disappointment tier.
Who who has let me
Maybe we'll
down?
start that next month. Just the disappointment tier.
Maybe it needs to be all on its own. Anyway, Pirates, you explained the Pirates perfectly. The Marlins don't belong anywhere higher than like 25, 26 out of 30. Um, and then the Blue Jays. I know I'm going to get some flack for the Blue Jays, but they there's
Why?
nothing right.
I mean, really,
Well, putting
why?
them this low though, I mean, I think that, well, they're under 500. I know it's only a
Right.
handful of games, but yeah, talk about. And then they signed Vladdy for a gazillion dollar friggin' franchise lifetime deal. Anyway, what? And they want to talk about Bo Bichette. I'm like, why? Okay, I get it, but it doesn't make business
Well,
sense.
here's the thing.
Okay,
Here's the thing with the
Brad.
Blue Jays. Okay, hold on. Blue Jays, real quick. Like, they're 15 and 16, 3 and 7 in their last 10. They have a minus 32 run differential. They're 7 and 12 against teams over 500. They belong in the thumbs down tier.
Oh
They're a
yeah, that's
disappointment.
it. I
They're
didn't
way
know
more
about the
talented than
teams
that.
over 500. That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
like
That is
they're an
exactly right.
absolute disappointment. So, I don't think you're
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Okay, my question mark tier is, I mean, I could call it my Regulus Arcturus Black tier because it's
yeah,
RAB. You ready?
yeah.
Rays, Rangers, Royals, Red Sox, Reds, A's, Astros, Brewers,
Mm.
in no particular order. Okay.
Right, right.
I'm going to start with the Reds though because you had them in your thumbs down tier. I'm going to tell you why I have them in my question mark tier. They're currently 17 and 15, 6 and 4 in the last 10, pretty average, which is basically what the question mark tier is, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But they have a plus 37 run differential.
Mm.
They're scoring runs and
Okay.
they're keeping their opponents off the board. So I'm okay with that. Like you
Okay.
said, the Reds they have potential to be really good, and I think they're heading in that
Yeah.
direction. Ellie De La
Yeah.
Cruz needs to sort it out though. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff I've heard about him over the last 3 weeks, and I saw it when the Mariners were in Seattle. Like he does a great job making the acrobatic play that nobody else can make. That he can get to it because of his height and his length and his speed. But if you hit a ball hard on the ground to him, he's gonna have a hard time getting it. Like
Yeah. The straight up stuff
he
is just
might
not
boot
gonna
it.
happen for
There
him
might
right
be
now.
an overthrow. Like just the routine
Yeah.
play. He needs to get the routine plays. And I know it's like, well, it's just one guy making errors. Well, you know, I'll tell you what. The Mariners gave up 6 unearned runs against the Marlins because Dylan Moore made an error. One guy made an error, 6 unearned runs, ended up losing the game. It can lose one error can lose you games. So if he
Totally.
gets it sorted out, gets those routine plays automatic, they'll be just fine because he's playing in a high leverage defensive position. So I like the Reds overall though. Overall,
Okay.
I think they have some potential.
Yeah.
The Royals need to figure it out at the plate. Holy moly, dude!
I don't
Like,
understand.
and the fact that they're only a -5 run differential blows my mind. But they're also 9 and 1 their last 10. Seems like they're figuring
Mm-hmm.
things out. They'll get there. The Rangers are weird. I don't know. The Red Sox are weird. I don't
yeah.
know because we had them in our
Mm-hmm.
diamond tier at the beginning of the season. Now it's like, why are you losing all these games to teams that you're not supposed to lose? They're 17 and 16, Brig. 5 and 5 in their
Yeah.
last 10. 4 and 6 against teams over 500. That should be at least 6 and 4.
Yep.
No
And
excuse,
the,
Boston.
well, I'll save it. No, I'll jump in now.
Go ahead.
The no, I'll save it. I'll
All
save
right.
it.
Okay.
It'll be worth
Um,
saving.
Astros, I don't know who they are. I don't know if they know who they are. I mean, there's considering what they've gone through with turnover and who they lost, like we're pretty good,
Okay.
right? They've got
Yeah.
their perennial all-star changing positions and changing a role on the team. Like okay, like pretty good. They've still got a lot of talent on that team, so they should be good. But 16 and 14 is just not going to cut it for me to get you in the heart tier. And the last one, the A's, man, I knew they were going to be good. I know they're going to be this good. Like this is an
They'll be amazing.
overachievement for them to be in the question mark tier rather than the thumbs down tier, because that
Yeah.
youth movement, man, look out.
It's
Currently
crazy.
17 and 15. Yeah, they have a minus 25 run differential because they've been blown out like 4 times, but
Yeah.
they're going to break some
That's
hearts
the
this year.
only
I don't think they'll
reason.
make the playoffs, but they're going to upset some teams.
Yeah, I don't think they're a great team, but I think they're
They
electric when
put
they
the
need to
bat on the
be.
ball though.
And yeah, it's I think they're being underestimated. I think, I don't know. I
It's
don't know what's
it's
going
no
on.
longer it's no longer hey, the A's are coming to town, let's chalk up 3.
No.
It's like
It
we
was
got to play
though.
hard to get 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz did you see
So
so they did you see them beat the Rangers last night?
I missed it. I didn't see it.
1-1 going into I think the ninth inning, and they ended up winning 7-1.
Wow. Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah, Lawrence Butler hit a
Okay.
grand slam. Like and then
That's
today they
awesome.
won 3-0. They took 2 out of 3 from the Rangers after getting blown out in the first game of the series. So
That's
look out.
awesome. Yeah, lookout is right. Okay, my question mark tier includes the A's as well. And then I've got Rangers, D backs, Astros, Rays, Royals, Braves, and the Brew Crew. I think there are some bright spots with the Braves, Chris Sale being one of them, right? But watching Spencer Strider kind of come up for one breath and then go back down was just a kick in the gut, dude. Like it just, and I don't think you can be a member of that organization. The janitors were upset. You know what I mean? The ticket takers, the guys who wand you down in security, the contracted security guys are like, oh, geez, are you kidding me? Right? Like everybody, and I,
Another,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, and they're just sitting in it right now. Now I have to put them, due to the math, I have to put them in the question mark tier, but it is on the bubble. It is on the bubble. But that's same with the Athletics. They're on the bubble, but on the other side for all the reasons you said.
A good
Like
month,
they're
they'll
not.
be up in the heart tier.
Yeah, exactly. They're not too far away from just rolling through, and I think it's awesome. The D backs have got to work out their pitching issues. If they can do that, look out. They are going to run the table or could run the table with the offense that they're able to produce. Royals are confusing, as you said, and I don't know why. This is going to be so crappy. I don't know why, but I just don't like the Rangers this year. Like I just actively dislike them. Not
You and me
not
both, but for different reasons.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
And I
like
don't
that
have
what the
any
A's are doing, but I wish that they still sucked because I need those division wins.
exactly. Yeah, but
But yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I think that there are goods and bads, and you can point to goods and bads, but overall, I just think ugh with the Rangers this at this point in the season, just ugh.
I can't remember who it was. I was watching somebody today or yesterday, and they said, "Who kidnapped the Rangers offense?" That's what I want to
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
absurd.
All right, give me your heart tier.
Okay, my heart tier has the Phillies. This is where I have the Diamondbacks. My Mariners, the Padres, Tigers, Mets, your Yankees, and Cleveland's baseball club. I have the D-backs here because they're still winning games despite the pitching issues,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they
Yeah,
can hit it with
yeah,
the best of them. I like the Phillies. They're gonna hang there. They're gonna be there all year. You have to just have
yeah,
them there.
yeah.
My Mariners have the third best record in baseball, by the way.
I know.
But I know that it is volatile, so I could not put them in the diamond
Yeah,
tier as much as
it's
I wanted
fickle.
to.
Yeah.
The Padres are still really good
Yeah.
despite getting swept by the Rays. That's
Yeah.
fine. Oh, speaking of the Rays, like they're funny because they'll go sweep the Padres and they'll get swept by like the Marlins. So like you don't know what you're getting with the Rays.
Exactly.
That's why they're in my question mark. Anyway,
Yes.
Tigers are really really good. I just cannot put them in the diamond yet because of who's there. Your Yankees, Brig, are I gotta have them at the top of the heart because I know they have their days, but man, they have their days where they're unstoppable. And Aaron Judge is hitting like Babe Ruth and Ted Williams all rolled into one, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If
It's
you want to hear
awesome.
us break down how absurd it is what Aaron Judge did in April, head on over to Patreon, sign up, and get one of our 5 tiers of support. We did an episode actually today where we talked about that and a bunch of other stuff, and it's going to be a Patreon exclusive episode. We're going to do that once a month. Anyway, Cleveland's baseball club, they're good. They're just a good team, and I think they deserve here. They'll be here all. They'll be here all year, just like a comedian.
Yeah, they'll be here till Thursday. Yeah, exactly. My heart tier is very similar. In fact, it's almost identical, save for I think one team, and that team is the Red Sox. But I'll go through at the tippy top. Spot 3.5 would be the Yankees, but I have to give them in spot number 4 because of the math. So Yankees, Padres, Giants, Phillies, Mariners, Cleveland's baseball club, Tigers, and then the Red Sox. And the biggest reason I've got the Red Sox up here instead of having swapped them out for somebody in the question mark is because Alex Bregman gets extra base hits like nobody else.
Like
Like he
their
just doesn't stop.
regular hits.
He just doesn't stop. He can. I don't know how he's doing what he's doing. Yeah, the
You know what
the
it is?
Astros
You know
made
what
a
it is?
huge mistake.
They did. So you know what it is?
Hmm.
Is the Crawford boxes are probably about 10 to 15 feet farther out than the monster.
Yeah,
And so his fly balls, instead of falling short of the Crawford boxes, are hitting the monster every stinking time.
and
Like
they
that dude
care
pops
him.
up like nobody's business. But that also
Sure.
means that
Yeah.
he hits a ton of fly balls. Right? So he's
Tons.
peppering the monster, and he's not hitting line drives. So it's not that it's getting to the wall and then getting the left fielder. It's sailing, hitting the monster, and
Mm-hmm.
then dropping. And he's at second by the time he gets down.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
he's built. His swing is built for Fenway.
It's awesome for for him.
Good for him and good for the Red Sox. Good for
Yeah.
Red Sox fans.
Um, I would say the other thing is the Phillies are blowing my mind with how bad they've been. Again, this is a disappointment thing. They're still great. They're still great, and they got to stay up in the heart tier. But as far as like expectations, I am they are not meeting my expectations. So
It's weird.
because of that, I have them barely in the heart tier because I am uncertain. I am if I were a Phillies fan, I would be insecure. And that's why I have to caveat that. However, despite a couple of run differential problems, I think the Padres are killing it right now. But man, the Giants. Ooh. Oh, they talk about a dark horse out of freaking nowhere, man. They are killing it, and I'm loving it. So, all right, we're gonna move a little faster. I'm sorry. Give me your
Okay,
diamond tier. It's gonna
you're
look like
good.
mine.
Diamond tier, Dodgers, Giants, Cubs. Dodgers,
Oh yeah,
obviously. I know they have some pitching issues, but that's why they stocked up in the offseason because they're like, we're going to have some issues. We need to shore it up. They did. I'm not worried. If I was a Dodgers fan, like Dodgers fans obviously are not worried.
yeah,
If they
yeah.
are, then don't be. You're still better than everybody. Okay. The Cubs, again, we talked about the Cubs again on this special episode today. Uh, Here's some numbers: 19 and 13 overall, plus 52 run differential. They are scoring more runs than anybody in baseball. The next team behind them, so the Cubs have scored 192 runs. The next team behind them is the Yankees with 177. That that's a ton.
Whoa.
And then this number, this one right here, 17 and 12 against teams over 500. They have played more teams with winning record than I think anybody,
Yeah.
and they're doing better than just about anybody. The Giants are the only ones, and that's the reason they're in the diamond tier because they're 18 and 10 against teams over 500, plus 23 run differential. They're scoring 142 runs so far this year. And they're in third place in their division because they're with the Padres and the Dodgers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I know mathematically, it's like I should have the Giants or the Padres above the Giants. I get it. I understand. But from what I've seen out of the Giants so far, I feel like they are long run gonna be better. And you know what? It's fickle. Like I said, they could flip next month.
Totally.
I don't know. But
They
for
absolutely
now,
could.
the Giants, man, something else.
So my diamond tier is Dodgers, Cubs, Mets. Ugh, as much as I hate to say it, their starting
Oh yeah, I
pitching
didn't.
is crazy. Like they're crazy. And
Yeah,
they're shutting people down. Juan Soto hasn't even gotten his bat off his shoulder yet, effectively.
I know.
And friggin' they're killing people. What are they, 21 and 11? They're killing people. So it's hard not to put them in the diamond tier. A lot of people have them as number one. I can see why. I don't agree with it, but I can see why. Um, but yeah, they're in the top three for me.
The
They
only
have to be.
reason I couldn't, and I forgot to mention this, the only reason I couldn't put them in the diamond tier is because I understand you can only play the beat who's in front of you. You got to win the games. You got to win the games you're supposed to. But they've only played 12 games over five against teams over 500. They're 7-5. If that was
Right.
17-5 or 12-5, I'd probably have them up there. But it's the same thing
Sure.
with the Red Sox. The Red Sox are 4-6 against teams over 500. 7-5 is not going to do it for me. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, baseball family, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, and review the show wherever you can. Um, we're on every social media platform. We drop episodes Tuesday mornings, Thursday night live, 9:30 right here, and then Sundays you'll get a bonus episode. We're doing that all season long. And then, like Brad said, if you want to jump into Patreon, you'll get another bonus episode every month. First one dropped today. It's just it's a different tone, and we're leaning into some different things. So let's get into the national TV broadcast schedule. First things first, everything is Eastern time, so adjust accordingly. But Friday's MLB TV free game of the day features the Rockies. They're going to be in San Francisco. That's a 10:15 p.m. start time for on the East Coast. It's 10:15. Apple TV Plus has two. At 6:40, San Diego will be playing Pittsburgh, and then the Cubs will be in Milwaukee for the rivalry at 8:10 on Apple TV Plus Friday.
Saturday, your MLB TV free game of the day is the Rays at the Yankees at 1:05 p.m. FS1 has the Twins at the Red Sox at 4:05, and then on Fox 7:15 p.m. Check your local listings to see which game you will get, or if you have MLB TV, you can get both. So it's cool. The Dodgers will be at the Braves, and the Royals will be at the Orioles. That's going to be an interesting series to see who can get right. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
the Royals are kind of getting right, but see if the Orioles can get right. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, good call. Sunday's MLB TV free game of the day on Sunday will be Mets. They're going to be in St. Louis playing the Cardinals. That's a 2:15 start time. And then on ESPN, your Sunday night baseball game will be the Dodgers in Atlanta, 7:10 p.m. That's Sunday. Um, Series to watch. If Brad and I were going to go to games this weekend, these are the games that we would go to, and we would use SeatGeek to get our tickets. You can too. Head over to SeatGeek.com and use code Baseball Together, which is all one word, Baseball Together, to save $20 on your first order. Baseball Together, SeatGeek.com. Get your tickets to the biggest games of the weekend and any time. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball. Brad, which series will you be watching?
For sure, the Mariners at the Rangers, division rivalry. That's big time. I want to see if the Mariners can sweep the Rangers again. And then
Mm.
I'm curious what, um, gosh, where was it? Oh yeah, like I said, the Royals and the Orioles. That has me intrigued, and I'll be watching the D-backs and the Phillies this weekend. Well, scoreboard watching because I don't get to watch those games because they're blacked out. So
Right. Sucks. I'm going to watch Yankees Rays, obviously. They're going to be in the boogie down. That's always my favorite. Um, Again, Dodgers Braves. It'll be interesting to see how the Braves respond because they'll be at home, and that helps. So we'll
mm-hmm.
see. the rivalry, Cubs Brewers rivalry, definitely scoreboard watching, if not tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it'll be fun to watch the Giants just pile it on the Rockies. It'll just be fun. And I know that's crass, but it will be fun. And then the other one I think is really interesting is D-backs Phillies, like you said. That'll be those will be some telling performances. Maybe not
Couple of
scores.
teams,
I
couple of
I don't know
teams
if the
with struggling
scores.
pitching is what it is. That's gonna. I think
Yeah,
those are gonna be high scoring games.
yeah, yeah. It'll be fun to watch. So those are the ones I'll be paying attention to. Baseball family, let us know which games you'll be watching, which games you are hoping to watch on television. If not, be at the game. If you're going, don't forget to use SeatGeek and use code baseball together. So with that, baseball family, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Sunday.